is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I just got my photos from Persnickety. As you can see, it is a gigantic order. I have probably not ordered this many photos and I don't even know how long. But it took me a long time to get my order through and figure out what I wanted to print. So I hope I got everything for every single day. And I also asked you guys in the community section on my YouTube channel if you wanted to see this next step in the process where I crop the photos, get them sorted by day, kind of figure out where they're gonna go. And the vote was yes. So I'm hoping that you enjoy this. I'm definitely not gonna make you watch everything that I crop, and I'm not gonna do that. I might put on some music if I need to crop extra, or I'll just speed it up. But I will make it enjoyable, and I'm gonna figure this out and put all of these photos together. Now, for me, it was a lot easier to print from my phone. I wanted to try that instead of going to my computer, cropping to 3x4, and then placing on a 4x6. So what I did is I used the Pick Frame app and placed 2 photos on a 4x6. And then I had Persnickety add the white borders. And I realize it's gonna be a little tight right there and it's not gonna have a great border, and I might have to do some extra cropping, but that's okay. To me, it was worth it to not have to go to my computer and make the process of getting my photos take even longer. So I have a ton of those 3x4s, ton of those, and I added white borders on most of them. I also have a ton of 2x2s since I added in a page protector for 2x2s. I have some 4x4s because I wanted to try out that page protector. So I have some of those. I also wanted to keep track of my outfit. You guys, I almost did it. I have a photo from Saturday of my outfit, but I'm outside. So I might need to print that. But I got most of my outfits, did not clean my mirror. I forgot to do that, but that's okay. And then on the back of it, I can put, that's Monday, so I'll put that in for Monday. And I believe this is Wednesday. I just took a collage of what I was doing around the house. And let's see, what else? More 2x2s, and then these are screenshots. I always overthink what I'm going to do with screenshots. So this year I just made collages in Pick Frame. This is for a different project. So I just made collages of different screenshots and messages on Instagram and emails. And I even got my friend Erica. She doesn't know that I took this, but that's okay. I took a screenshot of our Marco Polo. Oh, and the book I was reading, Keeper of the Night. Let's see. It's over here. It was talking about how there was no birds in Guam. So I had to research that. And so I included that little information. So those are all my photos. And since I used my phone and the Pick Frame app, none of these are labeled. They all have weird things on the back of them. So I'm going to have to first sort by Monday through Sunday, and then I can go from there as far as cropping. I think I can put in the 6x8s first and then go from there. I don't know, you guys. It's all over the place. But like I said, I hope you enjoy this, and then I will get the photos in and then go from there as far as the next step. I think the next step is making sure that I have all the journaling and finishing up the booklets. All right, let's get started. Okay, friends, let's get started. This is basically the bones of my week in the life, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my 6x8s. And what I did is I took all the photos that I edited and I uploaded those to my computer. And that way I could see them as I am working. And I can pull up that folder that says Monday. I use an app called PhotoSync to wirelessly sync my photos from my phone to my computer. So I am looking at those as I go and trying to figure out where each of these 6x8 photos go. And then I will stack them in a pile, that pile of going vertical, horizontal, and then set those aside. I have my counter space behind me, so I'm going to be utilizing that as I go through each of these photo sizes. The next photo size is 4x4, as you can see here, and I'm just guessing at this point where these are going to go. But like I said, I have the different folders pulled up on my computer. I just have to go over and look at them. I did make a smart decision and grab some pieces of scrap paper. That way I could write down Monday through Sunday, and that will also help me to sort. And that'll make it easy. And like I said, I have my counter space behind me, and I will put the piles of photos there. And by the time I get done with sorting all of my photos, I'm going to have massive piles of photos everywhere. So most days will have about 3 4x4 photos. And then I will also use the blocked journaling card. It has like 4 different color blocks almost. And I will use that as the 4th space. And I'm hoping on that one to do some journaling about the 3 things or 3 gratitudes or 3 joys of the day. So now I'm just gathering up the photos, placing the day that they correspond to, and then I'll set those aside and work on the next set of photos and the next size. And I don't know if I mentioned this in my voiceover, but a few of my photos from Monday do not have a white border. I'm not sure how that happened, but I am not going to get them reprinted because obviously that was my fault and not Persnickety's. So now I've got all of the 4x4 sorted, and I can pull them off and add them to my pile and begin working on the next size. I believe the next size I'm going to tackle is the 3x4s. The 2x2s, I'm going to go ahead and keep those together and sort those by days, and then as I make each day or bring each day together, then I will cut them apart and you guys will see that. Okay, clearly you can see that with this pick frame app, I did not leave enough of a border in between the photos, so that is kind of stinky. I don't know how else to put it. It's kind of a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. It made it a lot easier for me in the long run because I know that I make things more complicated when I take them to the computer, resize them, reformat them, and it just takes longer. And if you guys have followed any of my videos, you know that I am trying my hardest to be very successful at finishing this Week in the Life album. I do not have 20, 21, or 22 put together. So 23, I am doing this. And by using this app, it saved me a lot of time. And yes, some of these photos are not going to be quite 3x4, but that's okay. I just trim a little bit off of like one of the sides and kind of make it look even. And I'm just making the piles of them, and then I'll go back and sort them by day. Because the other thing by using this pick frame app is that I could not label my photos. So like if they were on my computer, I would have done the date and then Week in the Life Monday. And that way when the photos came back to me, I would be able to see the label. I couldn't do that with this pick frame app, but that's okay. Like I said, all the pros outweighed the cons, so it just worked out better. So right now, I'm not really looking at my computer to figure out where the photos go. I'm just kind of guessing based off of what I remember and sorting them into various piles. Like I know Thursday, we had a special outing for my daughter, and Monday, I had a hike with my husband, and we got caterpillars, and Tuesday, I took a bunch of photos of myself and working at my desk and different projects. And then Saturday, I know we went out to the local high school to do soccer, and then Sunday was our family day. So that makes it kind of easy to remember where these photos are going to go. And I'm also hoping that I do have extra photos to add to my little booklets. And putting together my booklets with the journaling and the photos and the stamping, that'll be another probably really huge video, and I'm excited to share that video with you guys. So once I have all of these placed, or all of these gathered up, these different sizes, the 3x4 and the 4x8, I'm going to add those to my 4x4 piles. And then the last pile or size that I need to work on is 2x2. And again, I am just going to sort these based on the day. And then once I get to the day, then I will crop the 2x2s. I figured that is easy easier than cropping like 1,000 tiny little photos and then losing them somewhere. So getting the 2x2s back in the correct day was definitely the trickiest part, and trying to remember where they go. And yeah, so I'm just trying to figure it out. And once I have those all figured out, I can begin to put together the days. I think this is the last size I have. I do have some horizontal 4x6s that I need to figure out where they're going to go, which means if I have a 4x6 horizontal, that means that I have a photo behind the ING card, which is at the start of my day. And it could also mean that I have an insert as well, because some of the days have an insert, and I've always really enjoyed having 4x6 photos as like a floating element. Okay, so now I'm moving on to Monday, and I'm going to put together Monday and see how this goes and see how this winds up. Once I get to the 2x2 page protector, I am going to remember something about page protectors and 2x2 page protectors in particular. They are not quite 2x2. So I am just going to put all these together. And then once I get to actually like putting Monday together, I will probably have to trim these 2x2 photos some more because the pockets are not true 2x2. So I'll just have to do some more trimming, which is fine. And I'm just making a pile, and I'll see where everything's going to go in just a minute, because I have some photos that are going to go with the 4x4 page protector and some that'll just go in the 2x2. So to recap, my formula is opening with a large photo, and I'm going with a photo that I've done for years, is the kids' shadows, my shadows and the kids' shadows. That's super easy. And on the back of that, I could include some journaling, or I could include something else if I wanted to. I haven't quite decided. I'll add in the 4x8 page protector and also the collage of our hike. And again, I just use the Pick Frame app because you can add custom sizes. Grabbing the 4x4s and putting those in. I also tend to do my week in the life and put my photos in chronologically. That just has always worked best for me and made the most sense for me. I'd love to know in the comment section how you guys approach it. Do you do it chronologically when you're putting in your photos, or do you just put them in however it works out? I am trying to figure out where my 4x4s are going to go. You can also see that this page protector is somewhat tight as well, so I may have to do some adjusting. And you just saw the color block card, which is going to have like the 3 gratitudes. I have a full 2x2 page protector right now, but I am going to decide to trim it down. At least I know that I trimmed the others down. I'm not sure if I remember to trim this one down, but I had so many photos that I don't know. It felt a little overwhelming. So I don't know if I'm going to keep all the photos in this Monday section. Like I said, some of them could be moved into my journal if I want to, just add in some extra photos there. That way it's not so overwhelming, but that's okay. So for right now, I have this protector almost filled, and I grabbed another page protector so that way I can add in the next photo for that 6x8 photo and also my screenshots. And like I said in the intro, I have always just done pretty much nothing with my screenshots, or I've just tried to incorporate them with like an insert, like a laminated insert. I did a phone laminated insert one year. And so I've done a variety of things, but just doing a collage made it super easy. And as far as these transparencies right here that I'm trying to figure out, I don't know what I'm going to do with those. I have them there, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not, or just, I got to figure out how I'm going to use them. I had to go back and add a photo to the beginning, and now I'm kind of showing you how it all looks right now, and then I can move on to Tuesday. I do also have the ING pages at the end, and you'll see those in just a second. I think Mondays is learning, I believe, but those I'm going to do in another video as well, because I'm waiting till the very end to figure out what photos I have and what photos I can include. And if I don't have a photo or if I have already used the photo, I can go ahead and just write something in or even stamp something. So you can see I have moved on to Tuesday. I will say that I did a lot more photos of myself this year. I felt like my kids just did not really care for this project this year, and I've never been one to force it with my family. So I don't even think we got family photos, which that did bum me, but you know, it is what it is. It's a busy season of life. I did get a ton of photos of myself, and that works awesome for me. I will take it as a win. This photo of the kids in the morning, I moved that to the page protector, and then I can do some journaling there because I wanted to make sure that I had room for the ING card. They have like a color block at the top that says the day and then the ING words. So I also have another 6x8 photo that will go in the back. My daughter was practicing her karate moves with dad, and then the screenshots will go on the back. I also may go back through my 6x8 photos or like the 4x6 photo and where it has a lot of negative space and die cut some words to add to those negative space spots. So I'm thinking about that as well. So I'm going to grab my trimmer and go ahead and trim these photos and then add them into the pocket just like I did for Monday. Okay, so now I've got all the photos cropped. I can come back and add them into the 4x4 page protector and also the 2x2. I went with photos on this row of 2x2 that kind of related to my cat. I have to open the door and let the cats out in the morning, and I also have to check my clothes for cat hair, so both of those photos worked right in those sections. And then I'll add some more to the back. I did notice that I am short one 4x4, so I'm not sure what happened. I probably forgot to order it or something like that. I also, like I mentioned, I do things chronologically as far as my photos and the 2x2 page protector, so I just have to sort those out. And I actually took a ton of evening photos, which I'm really happy about because that is something that I kind of struggle with, is taking those evening photos. And one really cool photo that I got was up in the corner with the apples, where I was prepping some apples for dinner, and I stuck the phone inside the cupboard and I was able to get a shot right from above, so that was really cool. And then I just cut off the 2x2 page protectors. I'm just rearranging things, and I'm also thinking that I will probably have a lot of see-through elements in the 2x2 pocket, which is going to be really fun to have. So on Wednesday, my son left for a field trip, and he was not going to be back till Friday. And it actually worked out because in 2019, this same thing kind of happened. He went on a field trip and he was gone for most of the week. So it was kind of cool to see it 5 years later. At least that's the positive way that I looked at it. So I got a photo of him with his luggage, and then on the back of that, I have a 4x6 photo he sent me while they were driving to their field trip. And then I have some photos from the 4x4, and I also grabbed one of my outfit. And what's going to go on the back of my outfit, that could be some extra journaling or whatever I decide. I'm probably going to make a list of things that I need to die cut or where I can put in the journaling. I also got a great photo of some flowers on a walk that I took. I was dealing with a lot of phone issues today, so on this particular day, so it was really good that I got out of the house and got a walk. So I'm going to crop all these photos and get them back into the page protector and figure out where they're going to go. Okay, I've got everything cropped and I'm back in the album, trimmed off the page protector, and now I'm just adding in the photos. And I'm glad that I have so many, like I said, for a multitude of reasons, because I can add them to my journaling and I can also pull some out if I feel like there is just too many photos, because I don't want it to be overwhelming. But I have those and I'm just kind of flipping back and forth, making sure that I got it chronological, and then I can move on to Thursday. So Thursday is going to have a big photo of our front porch. With all the rain that we've been getting, it is so pretty on our porch. Very overgrown, but it is still very pretty. I got a really cool photo of me in bed in the morning. I really liked it, so I included that. I almost thought about putting it 6x8, but decided to just do it 3x4. On the back, I have some more 3x4s, and then I will also include some photos that my son sent me from his trip about a makeup class that they took for making fake wounds. It looked very realistic. This was also the day that my daughter got to have a special outing with just us since brother was gone. So I have a big photo of her with her ice cream, and I put the screenshots behind it. Added in my 4x4s, and then I can do my 2x2s and figure out where those are going to go. Cut off the 2x2 section that I don't need. I don't know if I said this, but I am going to need an extra page protector for this day because of the fact that we went out with my daughter. Okay, so I'm going to trim all these photos and get them back into the album once I am done cropping them. And like I mentioned earlier, I will probably have to go back to some of these and crop them further because the page protector is not a true 2x2. All the photos are now in the 2x2, and I'm going to grab another page protector so that way I can punch the holes and add in my insert. My daughter wanted to go to a local pizza place, so I actually remembered to get a photo of all of us at the table, which was really awesome. I don't usually remember to do that, and Oma and Opa were with us, so I love the photo. It's extra special. And I got a photo of the pizza slice and I think the door. Or no, another photo of us. And then on the back is a really great photo of my husband and I and my daughter, and she was just absolutely thrilled to be able to have this time with us. So I've got that all in, and Thursday is done, and I can move on to Friday. Friday, my son came back, so I did a funny photo of him pulling his suitcase up to the front door, and on the back I'll probably just do some journaling or maybe a 4x6 photo if I have that. I had a ton of 3x4s for this day. I'm not sure how that happened, but it did. I also love how I got a shadow photo of just myself. It's kind of throughout the week. It was my kids and I, then just my daughter, and now on Friday it's just me. So it was kind of fun how that worked out. On the back of my outfit photo, I have a series of photos that I took with my son about a story that he was telling me. So I'll include some journaling at the bottom. My daughter is trying to grow some strawberries with a hanging strawberry plant, so I took a close-up of that, and on the back will be some screenshots. At least I think so. There was one day, I think it was this day, that I did not have a collection of screenshots. I can't remember which day it was, but I do have a family photo at the dinner table, so I can maybe put that instead of the screenshots, or I can do something with my extra 3x4s that I have. So I'm going to cut up all the photos and get them back into the 2x2 page protector, and then figure out what I want to do with the extra photos. For now, I'm just sticking them in a page protector. I will say that I did notice that when I was looking at these extra 3x4s, that I actually wound up taking a selfie with every single family member on Friday. So that was kind of cool. I got one of, my husband, my daughter, and my son. And so that was really cool. So I might figure out a way to put that on the back of the 6x8. And now I'm just putting in the photos. I even this year remembered to take screenshots of the weather, which was really awesome, because that's another thing that I don't tend to remember. Of course, there's always laundry. Got lots of laundry always. And then I'm going to add in my 2x2s and wrap up Fridays. You can see this is where I'm kind of like figuring out, wait a second, there is a photo of me with every family member. Mind you, my son is not looking at the photo, but it's perfect. He is 14 and still thinks that he can fit on my lap, and that's just fine with me. I'm okay with that. I love the fact that he still wants to hug his mom. So I'm adding in all these 2x2s, and then I will be done with Friday and I can move on to Saturday. And I hope you guys are enjoying seeing this video come together. I'm really enjoying sharing it with you, each step of the process. I'm really enjoying it. So the next step, like I mentioned, I think earlier, is going to be probably putting together my books with journaling, photos, and also stamping. Okay, so Saturday, I wound up going outside and seeing my daughter jumping for joy on the trampoline, which was just fantastic. And then on the back of that, I will have the screenshots page, because I have an extra 6x8 for this day. Then I'm adding in the photos and trying to figure out where I want to put them. I actually had extra morning photos, so that was kind of interesting how that worked out. I even printed one horizontal, like my daughter waking me up, so I'll have to figure out how I'm going to incorporate that. I also wanted to grab another 6x8 page protector for the extra 6x8 photos. One of them wound up being the mess that my kids made, and all their bags and all their stuff from throughout the week. And so it was just funny to see it. I think I actually even told my husband, this is a sign of a really good and busy week. So I snapped a photo. We also did something different that night, and we went to the local high school for the kids to play, and we went with some friends. So I have a 4x6 that I want to insert of a selfie that we took, and I have some photos with my son and his friend, and I'll need to figure out where I'm going to put those. You can see me kind of shuffling through them. I have a few other photos from that night, so I just got to figure out how those are going to go in, whether I want to add another insert or if I just want to do like another 4x8 page protector. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and cut up the 2x2s and then get them into the album. I would love to know in the comment section if this project is one that you've done before or if it's your first time. I find it to be a really fantastic project to participate in and have enjoyed it for years. So I am finishing up this 2x2 page protector, and then I remembered I have a 4x6 of my daughter, and I want to put that behind the 4x8. And I think this was the day that I did not get a photo of my outfit, but I may have Persnickety print me the photo like I mentioned in the beginning of the video where I'm sitting in the grass, because I don't want to just have nothing there. I want to keep my formula. So this is a photo of my daughter that's definitely going to go in the back. I love that photo she took of herself. She even told me, "I'm so beautiful, mother." And I totally agree. And it really melted my heart to see that photo. As you can see, I wound up with an extra 4x4. I might put it on the watching and cover up several spaces. I'm not quite sure. Sunday was the family day, so I have a picture of our garden that we were working on and another big photo of my daughter waking me up, and I will definitely probably add some die cuts or some sort of journaling to document how much I love Sunday mornings and just weekends in general and taking things slow. Adding in some photos of the morning And then I will add a few more of when we went to the store. And because we were working on our garden, I have several extras. So I'm going to have to figure out where those are going to go. Got in my outfit photo, and then I just have to trim this 2x2 to add in all those 2x2 photos. I love the 2x2 photos. It makes it so easy to make the album come together and kind of take the guesswork out of having to add in a ton of page protectors. I also think this was the day that I may not have had screenshots as well. So I'm either missing 1 or 2 days with screenshots. So I went back to the page protector and took out the photo of the garden, and I'm going to stick that behind the 4x8 for now. Adding in the rest of the 4x4s, I even got a really great one of me at my desk, and I managed to sneak a photo of my kids playing together. My son was not happy when he turned around and saw that I had done that, but I got the photo and I blew it up really big. Also got a family photo that's just going to be like a floating 4x6, and now I can cut up the 2x2s and get them into the album. As you can see, I also got a 4x4 of a lizard on our screen, which, you guys, I was ridiculously excited about this because in many of the albums in past years have a lizard photo, and I was so bummed that we were almost to the end of Week in the Life and I had not got a lizard photo. So I got one and I made sure it was a big size, 4x4. For us, we know that it is springtime when there is lizards. I'm adding in a bunch of the photos, and I did notice I have a lot of evening photos again, which is really awesome to have those, and I can always fill in the spaces with journaling and all kinds of options. I'm just excited to fill it all in and get this project rolling. So there you go, you guys. I hope you have enjoyed seeing this all come together. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a wonderful day. Bye.